Hey guys, what's up? This is Bharat, you're watching iGyaan, and today we're going to be unboxing and taking a first look at the RealMe 2 Pro. Let's quickly get started. Now, there's so many phones in the 10 to 15,000 rupee price bracket that it's becoming more and more confusing for people on deciding what phone they should buy. The RealMe 2 Pro comes after the company launched the RealMe and the RealMe 2 all in a matter of months. This phone is supposedly going to take on the likes of the 15,000 rupee price bracket. We'll leave links to buying it and the final release price in the description below. So the box we received is more like a pre-release box and has no information about the device on it, no pricing, nothing is written on the box. So let's quickly cut through and see what's inside. So the first thing inside the box is yet another box, and this houses the back case. You also get some documentation and a SIM ejector tool. Next up is the device itself. I'm going to place it to the side for the time being, and if you go further in, we get a standard USB wall charger. Now this wall charger is a 5 volt 2 amp charger, so a total of 10 watts for charging capability. You also get a standard USB to micro USB cable. I would have really liked to see USB type C, but unfortunately all we get is a micro USB cable. It's time to take a look at the device itself. So just from removing the phone from the packaging, I can see that there is a screen protector already pre-installed on the device. Let's do a quick one over with the phone and then we'll talk about what's inside. So if you look at the top of the front, you'll see that there is a earpiece which is almost on the edge of the phone, which is a really nice placement. And then you also have a teardrop notch for the front-facing camera. More of a Cyclops look. A lot of new devices have started to do this. The front camera is a 16 megapixel camera with an f2 aperture. Now below that is your display. Because of the teardrop design, you get a really nice display, but there is a little bit of a chin as well. The display is a 6.3 inch display with a 2340 by 1080 pixel resolution. It is an LCD display with a total of 409 pixels per inch. As I mentioned, there is a little bit of chin, not a considerable amount, and all the buttons for navigation are on screen. If you look at the bottom of the device, you have the micro USB port dead center, which is flanked on either side by either the speakerphone or the microphone and the 3.5mm headphone jack. On the right is the power button, and on the top is the noise cancellation secondary microphone. Over at the left is the SIM tray, and you also have the volume buttons. On the back of the device are the dual cameras. So you have 16 megapixel camera setup on the back with an f1.7 aperture, a Sony sensor and a 6 element lens. There is also a metal frame surrounding the camera to protect it from damage, and apparently it has a sapphire lens to protect the camera as well. I'm not too sure about that, but that's what the company is claiming. And then you also have an LED flash on the right. You can see the integrated fingerprint sensor in the back of the phone, and with a really nice glossy back panel, you also have the RealMe logo at the bottom. The frame of the phone is made out of metal, so the phone is sturdy and seems to be well made. The display and the overall glass of the front of the phone sits above the frame of the device, which means that it is more susceptible to cracks or breakage, and hence it seems that the company has popped on a screen protector to prevent that from happening. But the glass is raised, and if you want to keep it safe, I would recommend putting it in a silicone cover, specifically the one that has come with the device. The phone weighs in at 174 grams and is about 8.5 millimeter in terms of thickness. So once you turn on the device, you'll know that it is running Android 8.1 out of the box along with ColorOS 5.2. The user interface is almost identical to what we've seen on the RealMe device in the past. This is Oppo's operating system skin, which is called ColorOS, and you see the same thing on this device as well. It seems to be fast and responsive, not a lot of bloatware action going on this, and any third-party apps that have come pre-installed can be deleted easily. Now, apart from the fingerprint sensor at the back, which is extremely fast and responsive, the device also has face unlock, which allows you to unlock the device directly from the lock screen, and then you have both options, whether you want to slide up to unlock like an iPhone or you want to directly unlock. And if you do a direct unlock, it is blazing fast to the point where you almost don't even notice the phone getting unlocked. Now, this is a standard face unlock, and it's not not the safest, so I would recommend using a fingerprint sensor or at least a slide up to unlock while using face unlock. Now running everything on the inside is a Qualcomm Snapdragon 660 chipset with a octa-core 2.2 GHz CPU, and you also get the Adreno 512 GPU. Phone has a 3500 mAh battery and is available in a total of 3 variants with 4GB or 6GB of RAM coupled with 64GB of storage, or 8GB of RAM coupled with 128GB of storage, and the version we're checking out is the 8GB one. Now the camera app is quite extensive, and RealMe claims that they've added AI functionality into the camera. We're going to be testing that out in depth, so stay tuned for that. The camera has basic functionality including filters and a beauty mode. You also get a portrait mode, a sticker mode, a panorama, and an expert mode. In the expert mode, you can customize your white balance, your shutter, your autofocus or manual focus capabilities, and you also have exposure value compensation directly in the camera app. For video, the phone captures 1080p video at 60 frames per second or 4K video at 30 frames per second. The phone also has a time-lapse mode, but it is missing any kind of slow-mo mode. The front-facing camera also has a portrait capability or a depth mode, which seems to work alright, and we took it for a spin, and this is what the result is like. The rear camera also produces some decent images, and this is what the result from the rear camera is like. "4K video seems to be nicely colored and saturated, and it is not the most stable because it doesn't offer image stabilization in 4K, and this is what the video looks like. We also managed to do some gaming, and it managed to hold up gaming quite well on the phone. You can play games like PUBG and Asphalt 9 without any issues on the RealMe 2 Pro. Also, if you're interested in benchmarks, we'll leave those on the screen right now. Now, the RealMe 2 Pro seems to be a promising device and is definitely going to catch the eye of a lot of consumers. And we're going to be taking it through its paces and coming out with a full review shortly. So if you have any specific questions or queries regarding the RealMe 2 Pro, drop those in the comment section below. If you like this video, don't forget to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're not already a part of Team iGyaan. It's been Bharat. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one.